and they stay there, and they say yeah, and they say that. Cause all I do is win, and if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Yo YouTube, what's up? This is Logan Oren, but to all those out there in the struggle, I'm better known as the Troll for Truth. Now, I put up a few videos on my channel, and because my scheduling is not that open, I don't have this huge variety of videos out there available. I've spoken out and I've ranted on a couple of topics, but no one really knows who I am or why I'm here on YouTube. I've never taken out that time to really explain myself and who I am. And after this, there'll still be some people who don't know me, or there'll be some people who don't care. Maybe there'll be some people who will be like, hey, you know what, I kind of understand where this guy's coming from. And then some of you will say, no, it still doesn't make any sense. But either way, that's fine with me. What I plan on doing in this video is to explain just a few things. Who am I? Why am I here? Alright, so I'm going to discuss what is my name, where did I get the name, what it means, and what is the purpose of my channel now and in the near future. So starting out, Troll for Truth, where did that name come from? When I first started getting on YouTube, I would view other people's videos, and if I needed or felt like making a comment, I'd make a comment. But if someone said something that just wasn't true or didn't make sense, I would comment and call that person out on facts. Or I would ask questions to just get clarification. I eventually began to hear this word, troll, crop up. And for the longest time, I wondered what was technically considered to be a troll. Now, from what I gathered from different sources and looking up what a troll is, if I take one definition, it says an internet troll is a person who sows discord on the internet by starting arguments or upsetting people by posting inflammatory, extraneous, or off-topic messages in an online community such as a forum, chat room, or blog, either accidentally or with the deliberate intent of provoking readers into an emotional response or of otherwise disrupting normal on-topic discussion. So when using that definition, it kind of boggled my mind on people's usage or their interpretation of the word troll. So what I saw was that there were lots of different people who were pretty much doing the same thing that I was doing, which was making valid comments on videos or other comments seeking clarification or responding to the merit of people's words based on facts. These people were being labeled as trolls. And I felt as if people were using this word troll as a cop-out to try and shame those people who did not agree with them. I remember watching a video on the Sim Standard channel, and they made a blanket statement about the anti-EA commentators, and they were calling them trolls. And I called them out asking what they considered trolls to be. Since a troll is someone who tries to elicit an emotional response from people, I asked if they considered the people who would be saying, F Madden or Madden sucks, to be trolls, just like the people that were saying, Madden's great, Madden's going to be the best game ever. Were those people considered trolls too? Because they were making comments that were trying to elicit emotional responses. Now, needless to say, no one really responded and answered my questions. But I think if you post videos or comment on the internet and all that you want are your lemmings to comment on them and just agree with you, then you need to put that in your disclaimer. Don't just assume, or don't get mad because someone disagrees with you. After this, I pretty much expected that either way, I'm either going to be called a troll because I don't agree, or I try to hold you to the truth. Because you can say whatever you want to say, but if there's fallacy within your information, then you need to be accountable to that. That's why I call myself a troll. Now, where do you get the truth from? Because that's what I do. I troll for truth. Because in this day and age, the truth means absolutely nothing to people. It's all about what you can convince people to believe. Who can put together their thoughts to make it sound good to the people. The truth is not important. And if we're going to get into reality and the truth and scripture, it says that there's going to be a time when people will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own desires, and they're going to kind of heap to themselves, to their teachers with their itching ears, and they'll turn away from the truth, and they will be turned into fables. So people are going to forget the truth because they don't want to hear it. But what they do want to hear are the things that sound great to them. The truth means absolutely nothing. To a human being, the truth should mean something to you. As an American, the truth should mean something to you. If you claim to be a Christian, any of you out there, if you do, and you claim to follow Christ, the truth should mean something to you, because Christ is the truth. And our worship of the Father should be in spirit and in truth. The truth is absolutely everything. And if you're spouting lies, then you need to be called out on it. I will always campaign to get the truth out. That is my goal. Now, what is the purpose of my channel now and in the near future? My desire is to seek out truth. In many different areas, I want to see the truth reflected, especially if it deals with a topic that's meaningful to me. Mostly, or rather all of my videos so far have dealt with sim football gaming or EA, the sim community. Now, the sim movement is what inspired me to take my channel and speak out. What I have to offer to the sim community is a voice of a reminder of what the sim movement is about. Now, there are three big reasons why movements, why they die out or they come to an end. Not why they die out, but why they come to an end. And then because, one, the objective is met, so the movement's over. You've accomplished your goal, so the movement has to end. Two, the opposition proves to be too much, and it overpowers one side of the movement, and therefore there's nothing that can be done. The movement ends. And three, the morale and the desire to fight becomes stagnant, and the cause dies out. There is no honor in the latter of those three reasons, because it means that the people give up. If the desire to fight becomes stagnant, then that means that the people who supported a cause, they gave up. I want to do my part in the community, an active part at that. And I'm not good at breaking down gameplay, or rather I could do it if I spent time at it, but I honestly don't have I don't have the time that's needed to break down the games. And I certainly don't buy them anymore, and I rent them, but now it's getting harder to rent. I don't have GameFly. I'm not going to pay for Fly just to rent 2 games a year. So in Blockbuster, they still have a Blockbuster in my area, but they have yet to come out with NCAA 14. So I haven't even played the game yet. I've played the demo, but not even the game. So it's a little hard, for me to break down the games with the quality that, let's say, a Ryan Moody can do that. Also, I think that there are more than enough people breaking down gameplay. You don't need one more by me doing it. What I do is I sit back and I observe the community, and I notice when they're ready to give up. I hear those that are fighting this struggle lightening up their stance. I hear people who have uttered the word "save 65." I've heard them say that they plan on getting games or getting some of these games, and some of these people, I've heard them say that they've even already pre-ordered some of these games. So much for renting or trying out the game first. I even heard a guy say that he already pre-ordered Madden 25 Next Gen. And his comment, he said, I can't save 65. I can't save 65 this time. I can't do it this time. Forget that. Really? Come on, people. Have some patience and self-control. This is why the sim movement will die out. And EA will remain the only game in town peddling their compartmentalized nickel and dime products. When I observe these things happening, I speak out to remind the community of the fight they have struggled through, and that there's still more fight that's left to struggle through. Even if you hear the same thing over and over and over, you don't forget the past. To remind the community in hopes to motivate people and revive the cause is the part that I have taken to. And whatever I post, being video or comment, I want the truth to be reflected. I expect and I seek the truth in what others in the community put out as well. I don't claim to have all of the truth on everything, but the purpose is to allow dialogue and to open debate if there's a disagreement. At no point in time will I ever tell you that I know everything. But if I call you out, if I ask a question, if I want clarification, that is to open up dialogue to talk about it. If I'm wrong, you tell me that I'm wrong. If I'm right, you tell me, or don't just tell me that I'm wrong, you tell me why I'm wrong. In the future, you're going to see more videos coming from me. I wouldn't expect a great deal, but there will be more videos coming from me. And I will not only do videos on the gaming community. There's more to me than just video games. But where I've started is the gaming community, the sim movement, and I will continue to be observant and do what I feel is necessary in the movement. But there will always be things to say because unfortunately the video game world is too complex. For video games, the video gaming world and community is too complex. Now I will do different video game or different videos or vlogs on movie reviews, comics, things like that, and even getting into the spiritual side as well. I'm not one-dimensional. So if gaming videos or things related to the community is all you want to hear from me, then all you have to do is just not view any other video that I put out that doesn't have to do with gaming. My goal in the community is just to be that voice, just to remind people of what needs to be done and how we cannot just rest on our laurels and think that things are going to be okay because we have people, because we have EA, quote unquote, finally listening to the people, and next gen is coming up, and that's going to be another thing that I'm going to talk about too, next gen. And not necessarily next gen, but the next gen consoles. We got a couple people that will mention it, or some people they'll talk about certain things and then they'll leave it and not come back to it. But you know what? I think it's a crucial thing that not only affects the gaming community, but it affects everyone, because this is the direction that this country has gone in for so long, and people are, whatever. I will continue to troll for the truth because it needs to be done. The truth means something to me, and I hope that eventually, if it doesn't mean that much to you, that eventually, maybe after hearing enough, it'll mean something to you too. This is Logan Oren. Till next time, because the truth should mean something.